Welcome to Art Walk with Cassie.
There is a painting where demons wear priest robes. A city burns on the horizon. A naked woman waits patiently inside a hollow tree. And at the very center of it all, a saint kneels in silence and points toward Christ, whom, it must be said, absolutely nobody else in the painting can be bothered to look at. This is Hieronymus Bosch's The Temptation of St. Anthony, and it is every bit as deliberate as it is strange. Bosch completed the work around 1501. It is a triptych, 3 panels joined together, painted in oil on wood, and it now lives at the Museu Nacional de Arte Antiga in Lisbon, Portugal. The central panel measures roughly 131.5 by 119 centimeters, with each side wing at 131.5 by 53. Opened up fully, it presents a complete world, and that world is deeply unsettling. Its subject is Anthony the Great, an Egyptian hermit and one of the earliest fathers of Christian monasticism. And what we are witnessing across these 3 panels is his spiritual trial, a systematic, methodical, almost clinical anatomy of how the human soul fails. This is not a single story with a beginning and an end. It is a map of the precise conditions under which a life of faith falls apart. To understand the painting, we need to first understand the man at its center. Anthony the Great was born in 251 AD and died in 356, which means he lived to the age of 105, a biographical fact that has always struck people as either deeply inspiring or deeply suspicious. But his fame rests not on longevity. It rests on a decision he made around the age of 20. He gave away everything he owned and walked out into the Egyptian desert alone to live in prayer and fasting for decades. His biography, written by Athanasius of Alexandria, became one of the most widely read hagiographies of the entire medieval period. Later, Jacopo de Verazze's Golden Legend carried Anthony's trials even further into popular consciousness. By the time Bosch picked up his brush around 1500, the Temptation of St. Anthony was already a well-worn subject in Northern European painting, beloved by artists for the extraordinary visual freedom it offered, since depicting the saint's visions essentially licensed the painter to put anything on the canvas, and valued by the Church as a devotional model, a way of helping ordinary audiences understand the nature of spiritual resistance. But Bosch's triptych is unlike anything else painted on this theme. Where other artists showed a single dramatic confrontation, one assault, one moment of resistance, Bosch built a taxonomy. He distributed temptation across 3 panels with the cool precision of someone who has thought very carefully about how evil actually works. The left panel deals with physical violence. The center panel deals with institutional corruption. The right panel deals with private desire. Each one moves closer to the bone. Let us begin on the left. The upper section of the left panel shows Anthony in the air, not by choice. A cluster of demons has seized him and is dragging him through the sky. He is cargo. He has no say in the matter. In the lower section, he has been returned to Earth, exhausted, and is being supported by 2 figures, a monk and a layman. That layman, by long-standing art historical consensus, is a self-portrait of Bosch himself. Pause on that for a moment. Bosch painted himself into the scene, not as a bystander watching from a safe distance, but as someone physically holding the saint upright. The implication is direct. You are in this picture too. The viewer is not a spectator to someone else's ordeal. The viewer is already inside it. The painting has placed us inside the frame. In the next episode, we go deeper, into the landscape below, across to the center panel, and into a black mass where nobody looks at God.
So much for today. I'm so glad you could make it. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.